Hello, everyone. This is another what I call story time. My name is Mark Potter, Mark Isaac Potter. I want to tell the story about how I asked my wife to marry me. We'd been dating for about a year, and one day I said to her, I'd like to take you out to a nice restaurant in San Francisco, which is nearby where we lived, within 50, 60 miles. She told me years later that she shared with her daughters from a previous marriage that she thought that that night I would be asking her to marry me. Of course, I didn't know she thought that, but in fact, I was. I was doing it so that I could ask her to marry me. So we drove up to San Francisco. We went to the Franciscan, which I think is over, I don't know, Pier 49 or someplace. And to make a long story short, and this story is going to be longer after I tell you the short part, I got cold feet and I did not ask her. And the ride home was very awkward. I could sense that something was up. It wasn't just a normal ride back to the house from having dinner. So anyway, a few days later, her name is Carol, by the way, Carol Potter. Uh, she passed away in 1995, and this is 2025 now. Uh, anyway, a few days later, she got a call from one of her three adult daughters. And that daughter, was stationed in Panama with her husband. Her husband was the soldier. And the gal who I won't say her name in here. Let's call her Emily because that's not her name. Emily called her mom, Carol, and said, I'm pregnant and I just broke my foot. And she probably already, Carol probably already knew the woman was pregnant. Anyway, so Carol got on a plane and flew to Panama to help her daughter with her pregnancy and her broken foot. And as soon as she left town, I realized that I had made a gigantic mistake by not asking her to marry me the night we went up to the Franciscan. So I panicked. I called one of Carol's other daughters, and I won't keep his name straight because I'm making up names, but let's call her Sarah. I called up Sarah. I said, what do I do? She says, well, you're just going to have to wait now. So, and I don't know if I said the thing about the marriage. I just said, miss her, freaking out, like that. They all knew what was up anyway. So Carol was gone a long time. I want to say 6 weeks. It probably wasn't that long, but it was a long time. And she flew back from Panama after she was with her daughter. And she told me later seems like whenever I get on here talking about my own life, I yawn. She told me later the trip back was really bad. The first plane out of Panama was a horrible plane with terrible. She made it sound like a cattle car. It was quite bad. And of course, they changed planes later. But anyway, she got home in the early morning hours, like I want to say 12 midnight or 1 a.m. And she came up the steps of the stairs. And I said, I need to talk to you. And she said, well, I'm so tired. let me go to bed and we can talk tomorrow. I'm telling on myself. I said, no, let's go to Denny's. I need to talk to you. So she accommodated me after being so exhausted. We went to Denny's and had some pie, and I said, will you marry me? And she said, of course I will. And so that's how that happened. I used to tell that story better, and it was sometimes it's been both funny and entertaining. Now I just feel embarrassed. Anyway, that's the story, folks. I'm going to go do another one of these in just a few minutes about a different topic. This one is story time, and I got to write down the time of day so I know which. Oh, that's my phone, my TikTok. Let's see. The time is 10:37 a.m. And this was about proposal. All right. All right, kids. I will see you very soon, I hope. I'm hoping to do another show of my own before I tape a show at 11. I'm hoping to tape a show at 11. So talk to you soon. Take care.